Hello there. It is 11:39 p.m. I'm feeling much better after my horrible bout with some stomach bug from last weekend. That's what I get for working in elementary school. You get little kids puking, throwing up around you, and I must have caught one of their stomach bugs. But anyways, did some catching up this week. As far as PA4 goes, I am a little bit behind after missing out on last week. Both of the days on Saturday and Sunday, I was completely bedridden. Even the first half of Monday, I didn't even go to work. But I had meant to get caught up so I could get this stuff implemented. Really, what I spent a lot of this week doing was refactoring and trying to get the managers all updated. So I have all weekend to work. I plan on getting totally caught up by Sunday, hopefully, if not a little bit ahead. It's not that I don't understand this stuff, it's really more just I need to actually implement it. I did implement some diagrams today. You might see these unnamed diagrams. I had a bunch of problems with Perforce tonight as well. I spent about 2.5 hours trying to get all my files updated and synced up. But as you can see, here's pretty much a nice overview of where I'm at right now. I wanted to lay things out to see what the different types of data nodes would be referencing as far as the Azul package is concerned. Give me a nice visual here. Really what I spent most of my week / most of today on was updating all of my managers. So they all implement this general manager, which as we have right here, that is our parent class, and all of these methods are defined to work with D-Link by default. Now, where the specialized managers come in, so like texture data node manager or image data node manager, they mostly implement the abstract methods and do some type conversions on them to make them compatible with the fact that they take in D-Link references. So I spent most of my day looking over the sample code, but typing it out myself, not doing any copying and pasting, and then also adding in a lot of my own comments. You notice the sprite data node manager has the least amount of commenting because that was the last one I did, so at that point I pretty much had caught on to how things were supposed to be run, whereas the image data node manager has the most amount of copying. So that's pretty much what I got done today. Now, as far as my refactoring goes, I spent a lot of time this week refactoring my last submission for PA2, which was the sprite, putting the sprites on the screen. I reorganized things, I renamed some things, played around with things a little bit more because I know we're going to have to use the factory and proxy methods to print these things out on the screen in a reasonable and usable way and a maintainable way for us to get the sprites moving. So, and one of the things I did work at was kind of hard coding the sprite animations here to get the little guys opening in and out. I also shrank my lasers to better reflect the size that would be in the actual game. And I got them laid out on the grid here, and I also changed the color to black and readjusted the screen size. So I laid them out here in a nice organized way just to, again, one, practice cutting out the sprites from the Alien 14x14 TGA file and then actually putting them on the screen. And two, I wanted to lay them out like this just so I could kind of put them there and move them around if I needed to, especially these guys right here. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I hope by the end of the weekend I will be all caught up, including the timer. I know on game.cs I've already toyed a little bit with this idea of the timer to get the sprites moving, and it's kept as a count. I know we have to pull that. Excuse me. I know we have to pull that out and do a separate .cs file and incorporate a few other things as well, including a command pattern to get some things moving a little bit more. But overall, I'm pretty optimistic about getting caught up with Milestone 1. Things from SE450 are pouring back in my head as far as design patterns go, and the wheels are really starting to turn. And kind of accepted the fact that I am still learning how to code, and that's okay. I imagine that's why Professor Keenan is putting these sample codes up. I learned from SE4 or CSC 435 distributed systems last year. Best way to learn code is to type up some cool programs, and what better person to learn from than Professor Keenan? If I can't bring it out on my own, that's all right. I just refuse to copy and paste it though, and already, even by after the end of this week, I feel pretty confident in being able to manipulate things and change things around a bit and not have to worry about totally breaking everything. So that's a pretty nice feeling. But I hope you enjoyed. I tried to keep that. It was a little shorter than last time, but feel free to check back in. I'm making progress. I'm working on this thing every day and hoping to catch up on the work I missed out on last week. Have a good night.